Today's lecture is for the BPA students who are in Dance Odyssey. I have already talked about the image of Vishnu in ancient Sanskrit texts and then his major incarnations, and today we will talk about the minor incarnations of Vishnu. A number of minor incarnations are described in the Bhagavata Purana, Markandeya Purana, Brahma Vairta Purana, Vishnu Purana, Matsya Purana, etc. Some of the important minor incarnations of Vishnu are as Nara, Narayana. Nara and Narayana are two saints who brought to the world the message of divine love and devotion, envisaged as an instrument of spiritual realization. The Markandeya Purana calls them best among men. They were the sons of righteousness, means dharma, and his wife non-violence, ahimsa. Their austerities were such that the gods, frightened, sent the most beautiful apsaras to tempt them. Narayana struck his thigh, and from it arose a nymph far more lovely than the celestial ones. Nara and Narayana are mentioned in the Vamana Purana, chapter 2, Vishnu Purana and Mahabharata. Kapila, philosophy. Kapila is a celebrated sage who studied the ancient wisdom of the anti-gods. He taught the ancient cosmological philosophy, Sankhya. In the Bhagavata Purana, Kapila is said to be the son of Shadow, one of the lords of progeny, and of a daughter of the lawgiver, son of the self-born. According to Harivamsa, he was the son of inaccuracy. He is identified with Agni. He destroyed with a glance of his flaming eye the 60,000 sons of King Sagara, who had come to disturb his meditation when they visited the underworld in search of a stone, a sacrifice horse. Dattatreya and Magic. The Dattatreya was another teacher of the anti-gods. He was the originator of the Tantras and the Tantric rites. He also restored Vedic rites. He is said to have been born of an emanation of Vishnu, which fecunded the wife of the sage Atri. Dattatreya protects men from evil and princesses. He created the plant from which the sacrificial liquor, the soma, can be prepared. He is an enjoyer of all the objects of the senses and is addicted to wine and women. He is very fond of songs and musical instruments. Yet, he was greatly praised by the gods whom he saved from the temples. He was incarnated from Vishnu on Wednesday, the 14th day of full moon in the month of Margashira. Now, Yajna, ritual sacrifice. It means ritual sacrifice, and Vishnu are identified with each other. The ritual of destruction through which the universe exists, and therefore all his avatars are connected with sacrifice. During the age of the SWAYAMPRABHA, Manu Ruchi means desire. Married Akutti means will, the daughter of Swayambhu Manu. To them were born twins, ritual sacrifice and Dakshina means sacrificial fee. These two were married and gave birth to the 12 Yamas. Yajna had the head of deer and was killed at Daksha's sacrifice by Virabhadra, and he rose to become the constellation Mrikshira. Yajna is described in the Rig Veda as a bull, having 4 horns, 3 legs, 2 heads and 7 heads. The god Yajna, represented as a bull, enters the body of men and for the purpose of making them offer sacrifices. The 5th minor incarnation is Risabha. Risabha is the bull in morality. In Bhagavata Purana and Vishnu Purana, Risabha means morality, was one of the 100 sons of Nabhi, means the wheel's hub, and his wife Viru. Their eldest son was Bharata, after whom the Indian continent is called Bharatavarsha. Risabha was the original founder of the philosophy that morality was an end by itself. He taught his sons the path of wisdom and then retired to the forest to practice austerity. Dhanvantari, the 6th minor incarnation of Vishnu, is known as medical science. Dhanvantari is a solar divinity personified as the physician of the gods. He arose at the time of the churning of the ocean, holding the cup of ambrosia. According to the Vayu Purana, Dhanvantari, after arising from the ocean, requested Vishnu to grant him a place among the gods. Vishnu assigned him a place in the sacrifice along with the sacrificial deities. So Vishnu bestowed a boon on him by which he was born as a king of Benares, where he brought medical science to the earth. As a Vedic deity, offerings are made to him at twilight in the northeast quarter. He is said to have had several existences, and in each one to have been a master of universal knowledge. Haya Sirsa, the minor incarnation of Vishnu, in horse form. The horse-headed incarnation of Vishnu is identified with Haya Griha and was born to protect the scriptures. The Danavas, Madhu and Katapa, stole the Vedas while Brahma was asleep and dived into the ocean with it. Haya Sir was then created by Brahma, who sent him to the bottom of the ocean to retrieve the Vedas. Bhagavata Purana states, in the cosmic sacrifice, the all-powerful himself was Haya Sir, the male of the sacrifice, whose color is that of gold, of whom the Vedas and the sacrifices are the substance. and the gods, the soul. Vyasa, the compiler of the scriptures. The compiler of the Vedas is also considered as a minor incarnation of Vishnu. He divided the traditional knowledge, the Veda, into several branches. He is also said to be the arranger of the 18 Puranas, the compiler of the Mahabharata, and its promulgator. Vyasa is a cosmic entity born again and again to arrange and promulgate the scripture. Bhagavata Purana says, appearing age after age with the true one, Satyavati, he divides the tree of knowledge, means with the true one, into parts. Born on an island, Vyas, incarnation of Vishnu, was the legitimate and only son of Satyavati and the seer Kurukshetra, that is the Parasara. Prithu, the first king, agriculture and social order. Prithu, mentioned in the Atharvaveda as having merit from the earth, the art of agriculture and the good grapes. The Satpatha Brahmana speaks of Prithu as the first man to be installed as a king. The Vishnu Purana describes he is alleged to have established the main divisions of human society, to have dug the first well, invented agriculture, and thus forced the earth to yield her treasures. He also discovered the properties of medicinal plants. It is interesting to note from Vishnu Dharmottara Purana, his father was opposed to all forms of worship and sacrifice. A group of pious sages beat him to death with blades of sacred grass. The priest rubbed the right arm of the corpse, and from it arose a majestic child resplendent with beauty, who was Prithu. So, Dhruva, the immutable, will in power. Dhruva was son of King Uttanapata, himself born of the law-giver son of the self-born, Swayambhu Manu, the progenitor of present-day mankind. Dhruva and his mother, good behavior, Suniti, were insulted by Unapada's favorite wife, good looks, Surichi. Dhruva left the place at the age of 5 and living in the forest among the sages, started practicing austerities on the river Yajna. He later became the ruler of the earth, and rising to heaven has now become to star. So the next minor incarnation of Vishnu is the Varadaraja, means king among boon bestowers. Vishnu is so called because he saved Gajendra from the grip of a crocodile and bestowed a boon upon him. According to the Bhagavata Purana, in the garden of Ritumet on mountain Trikuta, which is surrounded by the ocean of milk, Gajendra, the lord of elephants, went to allay his thirst. As soon as the elephant entered the water of the lake, a crocodile caught hold of one of his legs. Gajendra struggled with the crocodile and tried to disentangle himself, but was unsuccessful. At last, with a lotus stalk in his trunk, he praised Vishnu and asked for his help. To save him, God appeared riding Garuda and killed the crocodile with his chakra. Gajendra was a Pandya king called Indradyumna in his former birth and had been cursed by Rishi Agastya to assume the form of an elephant for not showing respect to him. At the touch of Vishnu, the king was free of the curse of his elephantine form and was rewarded by Vishnu, who appointed him one of his bodyguards. Next minor incarnation is Mohini, the Enchantress. Last, Mohini was an incarnation of Vishnu as a woman who was meant to deceive the anti-gods and deprives them of embrace that gives immortality. Mohini appeared at the time of the churning of the ocean and was able to dupe the anti-gods. She also seduced Shiva and made him realize the power of Vishnu magic. Narada means music, magician and inventor of the Veena and considered as one of the Saptarishis, is believed to be one of the minor incarnations of Vishnu. In the Mahabharata, he is a son of Kashyapa by a daughter of Daksha. In the Puranas, he is a son of Brahma, born from his throat. He was condemned by Brahma to lead a life of sensuality. Narada wanted to know from Vishnu the greatness of his power of illusion. Vishnu led him to a lake in which Narada took a bath. He then found himself transformed into a female. He married King Taladhraja and took pride in his kingdom and his war. Later, Vishnu dispelled this illusion and brought him back to his original form. Vishnu is usually depicted in 4 Yuha modes, collectively called Para Vasudeva. These modes are maintained in the order Vasudeva, Samkrasana, Pradumna and Aniruddha, as that is how they became manifest. The Vishnu Dharmottara says he should have 4 faces: the eastern with peaceful circumstance, the southern in Anamukha similar to lion's face, and the western Aishwarya face with a tail figure. The Aprachita Pracha and the Rupa Mandala have similar descriptions. In the order of creation, the existence of the planets must precede that of the beings who live upon them. They determine the background of the 3 worlds in which individual existence develops. The planets are connected with the incarnations of Vishnu. Rama is the incarnation of the sun. Krishna is the incarnation of the moon. The man lion is Mars, the son of Earth. Buddha is Mercury, son of the moon. The dwarf is Brihaspati. The planets possess consciousness, have power to act. The theory of the incarnations of Vishnu heralds him as the supreme god, creator and protector of the universe as well as the moral order. The earliest references to the assumption to some forms by the deity are mentioned in the Satpatha Brahmana, where Prajapati assumed Matsya, Kurma and Varaha forms. The Bhagavata Purana enumerates 16, 22 or 23 incarnations of Vishnu. Thank you very much.